25. Doorso. The people are called doors in the galaxy called do. Make and sell furniture. Almost all the lumber that comes from Seeron comes here to make furniture and odds and ends. Some of the stuff they make here is of the finest quality and sell for a lot of money. Everything is custom make. I see some of the things they make and they are a fine piece of work. I didn't spend much time here and nothing happened that was interesting. Everyone that lives here works here. If you don't work here you don't live here. The whole planet is run by this company. If you don't work for the company anymore you have to leave the planet. When I got here I guess they thought I wanted to work here so they showed me the plant until I told them who I was and they told me to leave. They did not know it but I could get them more orders. I asked to see the big boss but all they said was to leave or I would be in big trouble. So I left. I was about to get on the space bus when someone come up to me and said, "There is someone that wants to talk to you and come with me." I followed him back to the plant. He took me to a big office and when I got in there the guy said, "Are you a reporter from the Wishy newspaper?" I said, "Yes I am." The guy said, "I am sorry for the hard time my help gave you but if we did not have rules the factory would be burnt down. Maybe you can help me because sales have dropped so much that if they drop any more we will have to start laying off a lot of workers and I don't want to do that." I said, "For a full page ad it will cost you 500 for 10 days. Show some of the things that you make and put out a catalog of what you have built and what you could build. This will get you some orders. I can have the newspaper deliver all the catalogs planned for a small fee, that is if you want to." The guy said, "Can you be in charge of making the catalog and setting things up for me?" I can but it will cost you. The guy said, "If you get a lot of orders it will be worth it. I have got something to take care of and I will be here tomorrow." I left there and went back to the space bus. I went back to Wisha. When I got back the next day I went to the gate and I told them who I was and they said the boss was waiting for me. They took me right to his office. I walked into his office and he said, "Come right this way." I followed him down a long hall. He stopped and opened a door and I followed him in. He said, "This is your office all the time that you are here." I said, "Thank you and I will need someone that knows what you make and all the pictures that you have." He said, "Is we already been taken care of and she will be right in just as soon as I leave. If you need anything just ask her and she will get it for you. I will be busy running the plant so unless you have any questions you will have to ask me now or she will be the one to find out anything that you need." I said, "I guess I have everything I need for right now." I sat down at the desk and waited for her to come in. Right after he left it was not 5 minutes and she walked in and said, "I should have everything that you will need to set up the K&T and all the flyers." I said, "You can leave them on my desk and if you want to you can help me with them." She said, "The boss told me to help you as much as possible." I said, "Well sit down and we will get to work. The main reason I want you to help me setting up the catalogs is so the next one you can do. You can put out one every 6 months or once a year. It all depends on how much new furniture you want to put in every year." We worked on the catalogs for 2 days and we almost had it done. All we needed was some more pictures of furniture that will be made here. She said, "Let's take a camera and take some of our own." I said, "Let's do it." She got up and left the office and came back with a 35mm. And then we went out into the factory and started taking everything was ready, even the flyer. I said, "All we need now is printing shop to make the books." She said, "There is a small print shop just around the corner." "What do they do there?" She said, "They make all of our forms that we use in the office." I said, "That place should have the equipment to make the catalogs." We took everything down to the little print shop and they could have 10,000 ready in 2 weeks. When we got outside I said, "I have got to go and catch the next Wisha bus back to Wisha." She said, "You have got to go so soon because I had something planned for us tonight." I said, You must be single and so am I. She said, then you will stay the night in town? I said, only if you want me to? She said, you better stay. I said, well, I guess I had better then. She said, we have got to go back to the plant now, but we can leave just as soon as I have finished my work. It will only take me 10 minutes and then we can leave for the night. I said, that is fine with me. We left and went back to the plant, and when I got to my office she said, I will be back in 10 minutes. I said, I have got to make some phone calls anyway. She left the room and I called the newspaper. The phone rang and someone answered and said, hello, how can I help you? I said, I would like to speak to Joe, please. She said, who can I say is calling? I said, Jill, it is Jack. She said, Jack, where are you and what are you doing? I am on the door planet setting up a catalog for the furniture factory. She said, that seems like fun. I said, we will talk when I get back, but put on Joe. She said, just a minute and I will page him. The phone went dead and I waited for Joe to come on the phone. Then Joe said, why aren't you back here by now? You said, it would only take you 1 day to set it up. I said, the book is bigger than I thought and I will have to be here another day or two. Then Joe said, you are the best reporter I got, so get back here before the paper goes under, will you? I said, as soon as I can get there. I hung up and just as I did Joan walked in. She said, well, are you ready? I said, let's go then. We left the plant and she walked up the parking lot and unlocked her car. She said, well, get in if you are going. I said, it has been a long time since I have rode in one of these. I got in and I guess she is going to her apartment to have dinner. I said, where are we going? She said, oh, you will find out soon enough. I just sat there and watched the trees go by. Finally she pulled into a driveway and pulled up in front of a big door and then it opened. She drove in and the door closed behind us. She said, we are here. I did not say anything and just got out of the car and I will follow her wherever she goes. She came to a door that said, Apt 23. She put the key in the door and we went into her apartment. The apartment looked great. Then she said, I hope you don't plan to go home for a couple days. I have something for you to do. I said, what is that? She said, oh, you will find out soon enough. I found out all right. She had 3 other sisters and all 4 of us had a great time. It has been 3 days now and I said, I have got to get back to work, but I will be back next week, that is if you want me to? All the girls said at once said, yes. Joan took me back to my room and I was going to pay the bill and the guy said, your bill was paid by a very pretty lady that just left here. I said, thank you, and I left and walked to the space bus station.